become one of the first property millionaire that has come through here at Property Web. He's the first for acquiring 3 properties, especially within the last, if I'm right, Anthony's bought 3 properties now. Well, he moved out of his current home, his liability, he turned his liability into an investment. And that liability has now bought in 2 houses in a short space of 3 months. So I want you guys to really understand the power of mindset shift, paradigm shift, and creating a new you. All right, creating a new you. Anthony is someone that I've got a lot of respect for him. He's dipping his hand into many businesses. But ever since we've met and he's building his wealth through, real estate, and we've worked day in, day out, we're still working. And I'm just so excited for this individual who managed to refinance his property and pulled out just under £500,000 from one property transaction. So regardless of whatever he paid for his mentorship, one property deal, £500,000, he doesn't even have to think about it. In fact, he's even told me, he says, Daniel, I think there should be something else after all this mentorship. There should be another bigger thing that we can do together because I need more. And, he doesn't call himself, he's on the platinum plus. He's the only one on the platinum level right now.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I want Anthony to share his story, how he's converted his own house where he lived with 4 of his children with his wife, moved out, refinanced that property now, bought 2 more other properties. That property now generates £5,000 a month. So without further ado, I want you guys to really give this guy, it's not easy to do the same thing I've done. Mariam did it as well, but Anthony, I want to also give a massive round of applause to. So without further ado, I want to welcome Anthony Howell to share his story, how he did it. Anthony, you got 15 minutes.
Hi, everybody. I'm in the building. How are we? Can you all hear me?
Yes. Welcome.
I'm in the building. How are we doing, guys?
Yeah, good, Anthony. How are you? Thanks for taking the time.
I'm just here drinking a cup of tea, watching you guys.
That's the life.
Yeah. So let's get to it. Do you want me to talk or do you want me to answer questions?
No. I want you to. Okay. Do you want to ask a Q? Do you want to ask him a question? How did he shift his mind? Or
let him tell us his story first.
Okay, Anthony, he's not a public speaker, so Anthony. First of all, let's share your story. Let me share the screen.
We are not public, so just talk anyhow.
Dan, I really want you to get a nicer picture of me.
So first of all, Anthony, just a quick, just quickly introduce yourself, what you do, and what made you choose this property strategy.
So everybody, my name's Anthony. I am a business owner, well, 6x business owners. I've got 7 different businesses, and a couple of years ago, I was always I want to get into property, but I didn't know how I was going to enter. And then, a bit like you guys, we met Daniel Moses and we started talking. And I joined the training. And one of the good things of being on Daniel's training was purely that he was local to me, and anything I wanted, I could get. You say, come and see one of my properties, let me show you how it's done, and so forth. Because I was scouting around with all these property courses of what I should do. So I said, no, I'm gonna stick with Dan. So during that time, he's done his HMO, and we discussed. I wanted to do like the same thing, and he showed me the process of leaving your property, because many people do this. I got a house, I'm starting a little business, and you do everything else. But the biggest asset you have of all that money is in your house. It's still in your house. And he looked at me in the face in my garden when I was having a drink, and he told me to refurbish my house. And I looked at him and he looked at me. It was like a 5-minute kind of look. You know that look when you're about to start a fight? It was one of those looks. And I went, okay. What he told me, I absorbed it. But I absorbed it because I've got a particular mindset. I've got a very, very positive mindset. Once I can see it through, I can get it done. And I was like, okay. So they done the BRR and then went to planning architects. Let's do it. And then it's game on. The process itself is fun. It's challenging. It's scary. You feel all different types of emotions will start bubbling around in your head. But the plan is to just keep focused. And every time you go to the property, you see it's begin to change and change and change and change and change. There will be complications. There will be. Just prepare yourself for it. My complication was a sewer pipe. So every property I go and buy now, I want to know what the sewer pipe is, because I had to get Thames water diagrams and so forth. And we had to dig everything out. We had to put like a 1-ton steel in the foundation, and yeah, it was crazy. When I looked at my kitchen, all I saw is this big open space, all knocked out. And you get there. Sometimes you would want to do, oh, I can do this and I can do that. But I think my advice to everybody, stick to the professionals. Do not, if you got close friends, like very, very close friends, and they're in construction, I would say, don't give them the work. Don't give them the work, because sometimes you being a client and also that person being a friend, sometimes at the end it doesn't. You could lose friendship along the lines. So just stick to the professionals. You just want someone to go, give me the key, in, out, done. That's what you want. Then it becomes a little bit fun. Then you have a holiday, and then your life gets boring, and then said, "Oh, I need to do this again now," and you start doing it, and then you start doing it again, and you learn a lot on your first one, and yeah, it's fun. And sometimes you won't believe that. Sometimes you won't believe every time you look at your account, you just see a blob of money just gone in. Okay. And the next month, and it keeps on going. And it's encouraging, and then it becomes fun.
Great. Anthony, do you want to very quickly share, obviously, this particular property now that has bought you 2 more properties, how did you make that same transition from one to the other and to the other? What even made you want to do? What even made you want to buy 2 properties at the same time?
See, you've got to have a plan. I mean, you got to realize in life, everything comes down to time. And I just said, let's go for it. I'm also aware about the Article 4, which is going to be coming into place. So I'm just trying to make some money, make other investments, because I've got a plan of what my property success means for me and the family. And that's what I'm on the 5-year journey. I don't think I can get the properties quick enough because I'm out there searching. I got estate agents, mates, anything comes on, I'm on it.
Great. Now, what is the next goal? You said 5-year plan. What does that 5-year looks like? How many, what numbers are you trying to get to? How many properties are you trying to own in those 5 years? And, what does it really look like in terms of your net? What is the target on your net, income from this property portfolio you're looking to build? What is the figure? And what does that look like in 5 years?
I believe over 5 years, my portfolio will look over £10 million. £10 million, because how I'm trying to do it is this. I've done one year, so the second year I'm doing 2, and the third year I'm going to do 3, and the fourth year I'm going to do 4, and the fifth year I'm going to do 5. But that's terms of properties, what you can get. But yeah, I really want to have that net passive income of more than 10 to 15k just coming in each month.
All right, great. So I'm going to really open the floor now. Anyone can go for it. Questions? Just want to ask Anthony a question. As I said, he's not a public speaker, and just basically come to inspire and motivate you. He converted his first home into an investment. Azad is all fired up and ready. Azad, go for it, Azad.
Anthony, how did you shift your mindset from, I know Daniel asked you the question in the garden. How did you get your wife, family convinced, like, this is what we're going to do? And I'm assuming you moved out of the house.
Yeah, so I moved out of the house, and I live in the house probably 4 times bigger now. So everyone's got space. So what we've done, I got a really, really nice house, so everybody has space. Like this little room here is my office. So I done that. Number 2 is it all came down to finances, because even though I have my other businesses and so forth, due to the pandemic, my wife got made redundant. And I went, okay, we haven't got any money coming to him, so we're gonna have to do this now. So I leveraged that. It can be a challenge, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Is that fair? Because what's happening is you got your house and you're comfortable now, aren't you? You're relaxed. It's a Saturday, food and so forth. So you're in a cycle, right? And you've probably seen other family members do it, and everybody's reached a certain level of wealth and success. But to break that, you need the money in your house. But if you got 100, 200 or 300k sitting in your house, could you go and earn that in a year, 300k? Do you understand what I mean? So you got something there and you just do it. The funny thing is that when I moved into the other property, I thought that, you know how you guys are at home now, you think that it doesn't feel at home. Do you know what I mean? You think it's going to feel weird and the walls are going to be different, but give it 2 weeks, it feels just the same. Just the same. So the way I work on the wife is go and look at some other properties where you would like to live. I recommend that don't get a property which you're not going to enjoy. So we're here, we enjoyed this property. So that's what I would say.
Great. Someone said, how did you convince your wife?
It's sometimes when you have those meetings and you sit down and you do the finances and so forth, He's saying, how are you going to bring another 30 or 40 grand in? How are you going to afford those 3 holidays a year? Do you understand? And as you know, I'm Caribbean, so we travel very often. Then you got kids, then you got the car, and this, and it all mounts up. And it comes to a point where you can't work all the time, and you need to find this additional income, and then you say the additional income is in the property. Then you show other examples. You take it for a drive. Do you know what I mean? You give Daniel a call, give me a call, and I said, let me show you what our HMO looks like. So when you actually see these people face to face, you get to touch them and say, this is happening for me. And like, really? Yeah. So it's you. The thing is, you might not be able to convince your wife. Yeah. She might come to me and I'll say, yeah, and she's convinced, even though you guys are the partners. That's the way it works. I mean, you might see a nice suit online, but you still want to go and touch it, right? You still want to try it on, and you've got to give that experience to your partner, because then it's just talking in it. It's just a hot air. Oh, we're gonna do properly. We're gonna do this. Yeah, and nothing's not done. Bring her. Show them the successful people. Do you know what I mean? Meet up with Dan. You can meet up with me, but it's going to cost you a coffee and it's going to cost you breakfast and a dinner.
Great. I've got one question from Yemi Omatsule.
Hi. So my question is, so you know when you were saying about your HMO and you're saying something about the Article 4 coming into that area. So my question is, if you've already built a HMO and let's say Article 4 gets introduced into an area, does that mean that you can't operate it as an HMO anymore? And if so, how does that affect how much you're planning to make from that property?
No, basically with the Article 4, it just means for the area is that what the construction, what you want to do has to go through planning. Now it does go through planning, but it does go through planning for like the loft and the extension. But when Article 4 comes in, you're going to send them all the plans for the actual HMO. You don't have to do that at the current moment.
Oh, okay. So like even with Article 4 in the area, you can still operate it as a HMO as you planned. So
you can.
Okay.
I mean, what it was, I'm not sure if you're in the group. Did you guys see that video in the group with someone in Wembley? The thing is, to value what you're going to get is going to be on another level. And you're going to be guided. So when your project starts, we're all going to drive around and we'll say, yeah, how you doing, Yemi? Yeah, Abby, what's going on? And that support structure. This is not about this taking money and you go ahead. This is like you're in the family now. So when you do these deals, yeah, then we might be JVing on another deal, and it's all about growth. Because you guys are probably throughout London and so forth, and when's the opportunity? Bang. Do you know what I mean? You see me drive up and go, hi people, I'm in the building. Do you know what I mean? You might be looking at a property and I walked out and you're gonna say, oh gosh, Anthony's got this.
Great.
But yeah, this, guys, is the mindset. It's like you're walking up the steps and you just got to take that last step in. And guys, this is about, you probably could say, oh, I could do this on YouTube, and all these things are going to come into your head and you need to get rid of them, because those are the things that hold you back. So your mindset is that I've got to do this.
I've got a question, Anthony. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
If you Actually, this is for Anthony and Daniel as well. If you guys were to start over again, looking back, what would you do differently?
Possibly have done it sooner. Because it's really funny is that I'll give you a story. Years and years ago, I had a flat in Camberwell and I was renting out rooms. So I was doing this years and years ago, but I didn't actually know the strategy. So when I came on the boot camp, I said, I've done this years and years ago when I used to live with, where I used to live in Camberwell. But if I had to do stuff differently on my house, like I said, the sewer pipe. Everybody, the sewer pipe. Know where the sewer pipe is, and just do things that make sense. And speak to people. That's what I would say. I would just do it sooner.
Well,
in fact, right now, I just want £1 million to just go out there, because right now for me, it's like this is a race, a friendly race. Daniel's ahead, driving, and I'm in second place.
I like that. I like that challenge.
I'm in second place. But then if something really happens, Dan's going to be in trouble. It's going to be in trouble. I'm joking, guys. But yeah, go for it.
So for me, if I was to start again, first thing would be, I wish I knew what I know now when I first came into this country. It's very simple. I wish I knew, that I could buy properties with other people's money. I wish I knew I can use credit card to do refurbishments. I wish I knew I can become a person of value and get others to support me. I wish I knew, but I never knew these things. Again, that's because of the people we're surrounded by. Religious houses, your work friends, and besides, everybody just says it's too hard. Nah, it's too hard. And that's one of the things you're going to get from this. After these 3 days, by Monday, you're going to feel tired. I said, oh no, I don't even know where to start. You're going to be like, I don't even know where to start. For those in the mentorship program, for the first 3 months, they're going to be like, oh my, there's so much information. But as they get into month 4, it starts to clear. Month 5 starts to clear. Month 6, okay, I get it. And then some of them gradually take, some of them come really hungry and then just crush it, So different types of mindset, just like I said before, or rather what Kevin was saying this morning, like you only get this kind of opportunity to network once in a while. Were you networking? Were you telling people what you were doing? So for me, if I can do this all over and over again, I should have, and I should, when I first came to this country, be friends to everyone, not just friends from my local Nigerian community. And that's one of the things that, really hold Black people back. Black people don't like to pay for advice. And Black people, I'm being honest, Black people don't like to spend money investing in information, but they go and invest in university courses. They go to school, they get all these PhDs and stuff like that, all these different things to their names. And guys, I want you to let me even share you guys a good news. I've just been awarded a doctorate degree. The email just came through this morning. So
yay! Come on!
Ooh, congratulations, doctor.
I was just reading the message from my phone. So I've just been awarded a doctorate degree in America. So yeah. So
congratulations, Daniel. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. A doctorate degree in business. So doctorate degree, in business. So the fact is, I didn't go and study doctor, but it's just an award. It's a doctorate award. So
congratulations. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. So you don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. You continue to invest in yourself as much as you can, because there's creative knowledge, there's academic knowledge. Creative knowledge builds you wealth. Academical knowledge gives you a life, just your livelihood. The doctors who discovered COVID vaccine, they are the creative ones. The ones that were creative. The doctors who are making waves and making sure humans continue to exist with the medics, the ones God gave the wisdoms to, right? And then they became what? Creative. More research, more research. Why are you here? Am I the only property investor in South London or London? No, because of research that I'm doing every single day. And I'm soaking information and I'm giving it to you. And for those who are in my mentorship, they get that information. They're building their own. They're building their own like that. Does that make sense? They're impacting as well. So yeah, if I was to do one thing again, I wished I changed too quick when I first came. 18 years, only the last 6 years, my life has been awesome. 18 years in this country, only in the last 12, 6 years, I would really say, yeah, it's awesome. Then only in the last 3 years, I would say, wow, could this actually be possible? Can I actually go on social media and say the things that I say every day? I didn't know that. Knowledge. So guys, let's give a round of applause to Mr. Anthony Howell. Anthony, thanks for sharing your success story with us. So if Anthony can do it, he can do it. So what Anthony has done in his success is that he was able to look inwards. So when Anthony came to the boot camp, while we're talking about rent to rent, while we're talking about deal sourcing, we're talking about all this strategy, what was piquing his interest, how can I do what you've done to acquire your first property? How can I convert where I need to? And we went through in the middle of lockdown, guys, right? In the middle of lockdown, June 2020 was when the process started for Anthony, middle of lockdown. And he said, I'm going to do it regardless, whether there's lockdown, there's no lockdown. Even when we applied for HMO license, nobody was responding to him because it was lockdown. And now that property has been fully tenanted since November, £5,100. Fantastic profit, muffin a month out. So by the time he finishes the ones that he's doing now, with another £2,000 profit, 3 properties making about what, £2,500 to £3,000, depending on what he's doing. I have properties that give me £4,000 a month. So guys, massive round of applause again. Anthony Howell, well done on you. If Anthony can do it, every one of you can do it.